Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I am Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me. So, pop sensation Lizzo, and look, and this is not in any way attacking anyone that loves Lizzo. I mean, look, I respect that. But according to this article I'm about to read, she's been accused of pushing or encouraging, if you will, her singers to touch nude singers or nude dancers on stage, among other allegations. Now, when I read these allegations to you, you're going to be shocked, okay? And honestly, when I read this article, it was kind of hard for me to believe that these allegations are at all true. I'm not a fan of Lizzo. I've never listened to any of her music. If I have heard any of her music, it was in passing, which simply means that while I'm on my job, prop in front of Tower City, somebody rides by with a car, they have the music blasted, as a female singing. It could have been Lizzo. I don't know, but I know that I've done some past videos on her, and I was pretty harsh about criticizing her promotion of certain things that I disagree with. And I still take a stand on that. Now, if I offended anyone, hey, I'm sorry if it seemed like I was too harsh about that. But I do stand on my convictions about her promoting obesity, because that's what she is actually doing. Yes, you should love yourself, regardless of your weight, whether you thin or fat or whatever, fat, overweight, however you want to put it. You should love yourself, okay? But when you promote obesity, that is, in my opinion, morally and ethically wrong, especially among African American young ladies. She's always talking about black this, black, black. But you're promoting obesity, which is a problem among blacks in this country, particularly young black people. Why would you do that? So that I stand on. But if I in any way offended anyone about her, hey, look, I'm sorry about if I was too harsh in criticizing her. But I do stand on my belief that she's promoting obesity. Now, let's get into this article and see exactly what is going on here, because this seems like it is extremely far-fetched for her to be accused of what these people are about to accuse her of. So let's get right into this article. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. And it says that former dancers Arena Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez filed their law complaint on Tuesday in Los Angeles, according to a report by Billboard. It says the three women are accusing Lizzo and her Big Girl Big Touring company of an array of wrongdoings, and claim that racial and religious discrimination also took place. One of the allegations in the lawsuit involved a claim that the, quote, Truth Hurts singer pressured the dancers to attend a sex show. Now, this is heavy. Pressured the dancers to attend a sex show in the infamous red light district of Amsterdam, and that Lizzo had even pushed the dancers to engage in salacious activities with the sex show performers. Wow. That's up there with Michael Jackson being accused of child molestation. And, let's go on. Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching dildos. And if this is offensive to anyone that's listening, my apologies, but this is what this article is saying. This is what these people are saying, okay? If you have any young people, then take them out of the room. It says, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas, the lawsuit claimed. Lizzo then turned her attention to Miss Davis and began pressuring Miss Davis to touch the breasts of one of the new women performing at the club. This is heavy. The lawsuit adds that Lizzo then led a chant for Davis to touch a performer, and that the dancer eventually, quote, acquiesced in an attempt to bring an end to the chants. The complaint goes on to allege that the captain of Lizzo's dance team had forced her religious beliefs on the three plaintiffs and repeatedly made them uncomfortable. Whatever them religious beliefs is, I don't know. It couldn't have been Christian. In some instances, the dance captain allegedly commented about their sexual virginity and simulated oral sex on a banana in front of them. So clearly they weren't Christians. Because if they were virgins, because Christianity teaches being a virgin before you get married. So clearly they weren't Christians. And if they claim to be Christians, then don't make me say something I shouldn't. Okay. You are not a Christian. Okay. Ironically, the lawsuit also claims that Lizzo, who is herself obese and has made the concept of, quote, body positivity a central aspect of her personal brand, had called, quote, attention to a dancer's weight after a performance. The lawsuit says that while the About DAMN Time, okay, singer and other staffers, quote, never explicitly stated it, they gave off the impression that Davis, quote, needed to explain her weight gain and disclose intimate, personal details about her life in order to keep her job. The stunning nature of how Lizzo and her management team treated their performers seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly. While privately, she weight shames her dancers and demeans them in ways that are not only illegal but absolutely demoralizing, the dancer's attorney, Ron Zambrano, told Billboard. As Breitbart News reported, Lizzo recently threatened to quit music and live on a farm after a social media post about how fat she is went viral. Earlier this year, Lizzo took to social media to publicly declare that she has crowned herself the, quote, beauty standard. And that is the end of that article right there. That is pretty hard to believe, honestly. And I say that in all due respect because I don't know Lizzo. You know, I mean, I don't know her singing style. I don't know her music. I do know she's popular. I do know she's well liked by a lot of people. And from what I understand, from what I've heard from certain people who do adore her music, she can sing. Okay. But this is very, very harsh. These are strong allegations. Now, do I believe that she has allegedly done this? I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. Okay. Is it likely? Maybe, maybe not. I would say this. People who loved Michael Jackson, and I was one of them. Okay. I love Michael Jackson's music. Loved him as a performing artist. To this day, I don't believe he molested any children. Now, I could be wrong. It's possible that he may have molested some children. I don't know. And sometimes we allow, to be frank with you, sometimes we, as the public, allow our liking a particular celebrity or liking a particular artist to get in the way of what is actually true. You know, our inability to accept that someone that we admire could possibly even be remotely involved in anything that is, how can I put it, it's not even sexually promiscuous, but sexually gross, if you will. Something that shouldn't be. It's hard for us who admire these performing artists to admit that there may be a possibility that they may be involved in this. Like I said, I've always admired Michael Jackson as a singing artist and a dancer. For him to have been accused of child molestation on several occasions was just not something that my mind could fathom. I did not want to accept that. And to this day, I still don't believe that he has done anything towards children in any shape, form, or way. He has denied it in several interviews. Could it be that he paid them off? I don't know. Some say he did. But these are very strong allegations against her. And there is a possibility, I mean a strong possibility that this could be true. It has nothing to do with her as a performer. Has nothing to do with people who like her, who like her style or whatever. It has nothing to do with that. These are strong allegations. Now, could it be possible that perhaps these individuals that are accusing her of this type of actions against them? Could it be a money grab? Possible. Now I'm going to give you my honest, flat out opinion at this particular point. Okay. Although I have said that it's hard to believe, I'm going to go with the idea that perhaps she is to some way or in some way guilty of some of these allegations. Because I have seen pictures of her performing. Okay. Haven't been to any of her concerts. Don't want to go to any of her concerts, but not just her concerts, but any of these modern singers' concerts. I have no desire to even want to be bothered. I'm 70s and 80s. That's it. Leave me alone. But the ones that I have seen are very, in my opinion, very distasteful. And they promote an imagery towards young people who are the ones that mostly watch and listen to her. They promote a bad image of women in general, but African American women in particular. They leave a bad image. Okay. First of all, you trying to twerk and you weigh like 300 pounds. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just not very appealing to most men. They may play, act, and say it, but to most men, no, it's not. It's not appealing. I'm sorry, boo. It's just not. But she's making millions of dollars. She's popular. She's famous. And I'm pretty sure someone will argue, well, Mrs. Bowling, who are you? She's making tons of money. Woo, 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 woo. Well, there's a lot of people that make tons of money. Okay. International banking families, they billionaires and trillionaires. They make plenty of money. But does that mean the things that they're doing and promoting and pushing is right and ethical? Nope. I mean, just because you're making a lot of money doesn't mean it's right. Just because you're making a lot of money doesn't mean that what you're promoting is healthy. What she's promoting is unhealthy the way I see it. So that being the case, I believe that to some extent that she may be guilty of some of these allegations. Now, when I say to some extent, that's simply what I mean. To some extent. I don't mean completely. You know, like dildos, popping dildos out of your vagina and all this kind of stuff. I don't know about all of that. That's really gross. But then again, the way these celebrities are today, I wouldn't even put it behind me, you know. But yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. I do believe in some of this video up that she is guilty of some of the allegations in this. She may have encouraged it in the sense that she didn't say anything about it. Okay, about in terms of these dancers and these other performers saying that they have to show their weight and do all this kind of stuff about their weight. Look. I believe that that's a possibility. I mean, you look at, what was that model's name? Tyra Banks. When she was the head of, when she headed up the top model show, I was told and had read about actually, and was told that she had basically flipped the script on the people that wanted to be models. In other words, Tyra Banks was going through all kinds of hoops to become a model, all kinds of discrimination, all kinds of pressure and so forth to become a model. Then when she finally became a model, the same abuse that was initiated on her, she was abusing on others who wanted to be a model. And what's my point? My point is it could be possible that here Lizzo is doing this very same thing that she's accusing everybody else of doing to her. She could be doing this very same thing. It's a possibility. The bottom line is we can love these celebrities and we can worship them. We can have pictures of them all on our walls and all the rest, sing their songs, listen to their music, do all of these type of things. But I think that what we have to realize is that these people are human. And they have a light side and a dark side like we all do. And they are capable of doing evil things. I mean, come on. I don't need to name you. I don't need to name any name in terms of celebrities other than Michael Jackson, which I don't believe is true. But that's just my opinion. Once again, it comes to liking somebody, you know. But I just simply don't think there was enough evidence. But there's another story, and I digress. I think theirs was a money grab. Yeah, we fall in love with these celebrities, but we always have to be open, including myself. We always have to be open to the fact that they can mess up and do mess up. They can say and do things that we know it's not pleasant. So we have to be open to that and not defend the person to the grave, knowing in our hearts of hearts that this person was actually guilty of some heinous crime. You know? And so that's what I wanted to say, that this is really sad, to be honest with you. It's really sad. Because I have no ill will towards this woman at all. I don't, but it is what it is. I mean, these are people, this is what they're allegedly saying, and that she did, this is what she's being accused of. But let's just see how this turns out, right? Let's see how this turns out. Let's see exactly if these allegations are true. So if so or if not, I'm going to be reading abroad. And for those of you who love Lizzo, I'll keep you updated on that, But that's what I had to say about that. What do you guys think about these allegations? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. God bless you all, and see you again.